Hi, hi. This is a surprise live because I had a chance to go live for a little bit this afternoon. So I thought I would pop on and show you some stuff I'm working on. And if you are watching but you can't chat, please be kind enough to subscribe to the channel. That will allow you to join the chat. Don't forget to hit that like button. So what I'm doing here is I've got a bunch of scraps of gel prints cutoffs, and I cut up a bunch of 1 inch pieces from one of the cutoffs. So I got them here, and then I gridded out this piece of mixed media paper um, to accommodate them as evenly as possible. Wow. From all the junk I talked about in the PM Artist live stream about measuring, I measured. Hi, Meg. Hi, Karen. Hi, Ninian. Hi, Margot. Yes, and Karen, I do have the violet oxide here that you sent me so kindly. And I'm going to use that in a little bit. I'm going to probably do a bit of a long haul, but I just wanted to show you a couple things I'm working on. So I'm gluing those down, no particular order. I just thought it'd be a fun thing to do. Hi, Linda. Hi, Liz. Hope everybody's doing well today. It's been a quiet week for me so far. Well, hello, Spider's Corner from the New Forest in the UK. I love it. Welcome, welcome. Um, so if you have been over at PM Artist Studio lately, P has been creating these really cool little art books, and she inspired these two that I have here. Hi, Christina. Welcome. So I made two of my own. I made a little one and then a larger one. So it's just gel prints that I've stapled together. And yeah, I had to force this because my stapler isn't as fancy as P's stapler, but I got one of these. I had to kind of bend the pages, but anyway. Hi, Anne. Hi, Renee. Oh, I'm so glad you're here too. Yay. So yeah, so I made my own little book here, added all sorts of bits and pieces. This is actually this is some texture pasted tissue that was painted over. This was some Happy Mail somebody sent me that they gel printed on onto a book page. And as I'm looking at it, I realized I put the writing upside down, but I don't think that matters. Don't think that matters. And Karen, you're going on at 4 o'clock today, right? So I think that would be good. I think what I'm trying to say is it's good that I came on at this time because I don't want to interfere with your live. So I've got more here. And if you remember my video on gel printing on book pages, like mark making and all that, this is some of it. As you can see here, try to do, I try to keep in mind what some of the rules Patricia gives us when we're creating stuff like this. Um, I wanted to keep things flowing. So initially, I added these two pieces here as a border. Actually, no, this piece here and then these two pieces. And then I took the remaining part and then I added that there, punched a circle out of another print and put that there. So as you can see, some of these are brayer offs that were used. I think most of these are brayer offs. Oh, awesome, Karen. And then there's this page, and it's got a lot of stuff glued down. some music paper I gel printed on. And then these are just bits and pieces of craft paper that, the craft deli paper that I use to pick up the paint on the plate with. You see some of Carrie's, this is Carrie's stamp here of the bubble wrap. Hi, Alyssa. How are you? And then some acrylic pen work here just to add a little bit more detail. And again, kind of using the same stuff here, used it here on the edge. And then I continued with this piece over here on here, and then some of my painty papers. And then these are some stamped images I did onto some another gel print somebody sent me in Happy Mail, and then I added those here with some little details. A lot of glue. And here's some tissue I dyed with different acrylics and paints. And I love it because it's nice and crinkly looking. Hi, Zal. How are ya? This is a piece of, actually, I know Karen was doing this the other day, printing on 12 by 12, what do you call that? Scrapbook paper. So I gel printed on a bunch of that, and this is some of it, and I tore up more here, a lot of tissue going on here. And then I found this sticker last night. It says open alone. Oh, and the circle is gel printed gold circle that I did on some black tissue. So I repeated the half circle in a couple of different spots. Here I added a pocket. That's probably not what's going to go in there. Hi, Darcy. How are you? Hi, Dory. Um, and this is left over. If you remember from my video, my collab video with Carrie, I used this print here on one of my little foldy uppy thingies. And I added, I don't have it next to me anymore. Regular tissue paper I gel printed on, just glued down. I made a little pocket with this. I'm not happy. I don't know if I'll keep it, but it is what it is. Same thing here. This is tissue that I've glued down. And then there's more of this print here is here. And then this, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is Christy Hartman flower stamp. And then I had this gel print that I wanted to use because the colors went so well. So I didn't know how to use it. So what I did was I ended up cutting a circle out of it and just adding it to the corner here. Hi, Walter. Welcome. And then again, more gel printed papers here. And these are the stamps, little mini stamps of the famous PM Artist Studio stencil, which I can never remember the name of. But that is like from the stamps that I stamped on I stamped a whole bunch on a painty paper. Now the paper that was the swirls, that book page fell apart. So you can see it's in bits and pieces. So I just glued it all down as best I could. There's more of the circle. And then here I have some PMR Studio has the stencil set. It's a mask set for pumpkins or of pumpkins. And it's got the little leaves and stuff. So I had made a bunch of prints once and with those, and I never used them all. So I was like, oh, wouldn't it be fun just to put a little goofy little pumpkin there at the end? Another circle cut out here. That's one. Now this one, I kind of went a little overboard with it, but I have a bunch of these, these ephemera flowers, florals that you got that think they're from Tim Holtz. So I glued those throughout. Now, if you notice the flower here, it's actually upside down, but it's on the background of a gel print with Rhonda's plaid stamp on it. Another circle. Hi, Ingrid. How are you? And here's some flowers I had printed on some cardstock a long time ago, back when I was doing just junk journal books type things. And I was printing out some of my own ephemera, and I printed these out, and I never used them. And I said, let me pull them out. I cut them out. And then here, these are Ingrid, not Ingrid, apologies. Hi, Graham. Miriam's little flower stamps that I stamped on a gel printed book page, and then I embossed over it. See if you could see. It's embossed. And then I cut this little piece out here and added some gold dots. And actually here, these pieces here are from this gel print here. So you see it's all the same. And these I just tore out and added to over the tissue I'd already glued down. And then these are, this is a stamp by Sophia Button. And I cut these out and all kinds of fun stuff. So this is what I've been doing with my time. I know I haven't been putting out a lot of videos, just kind of in my own head lately, just trying to get by day. You know how it is. And so I said, let me glue stuff. Gluing can be very therapeutic. I get now why people do glue books. I never understood the glue book thing, and now I completely understand it. So here we are. And that's the back. Oh, I like what I did here. Where is it? Oh, so here's because in that ephemera pack you get different sizes of the same floral. So I just did a big and a little. The same way. I thought that was fun. I don't know. Yeah. Same thing here. So yeah, that's what I did. Have been doing. Then, because when you gel print, you have a lot of papers. So what do I do with all those papers? Well, here's another thing I did. I made up more of these books to I'm not sure how I'm going to do these. I don't know if it's going to be like for sale or whatever, but y'all remember some of these, at least these two gel prints from one of my live streams. So these were done on Richardson printmaking paper. So it's that thicker printmaking paper, kind of like a cardstocky paper. So I cut those up into books. And so basically I cut the 9 by 12 sheet in half. So each of these books is 4.5 wide by 6 inches tall. So they're 9 by 6. Let me open it up this way. Now, I tried stitching some of them, but my machine wasn't strong enough to do all of them because some of them are thicker depending on the types of paper that I use. But this one is stitched. So you see, they're not decorated yet, but they were. I did my best to coordinate the pages according to my funky little mind and how I see colors. So we've got that. Yeah, some of my papers. There's mayhem. This is Sweet Crescents. I believe this is Tudor Rose by Rhonda. Sunflower from Miriam. And these are some of my, this is one of my old wall prints that I did on a video. This was an image transfer we did on the live stream. I think these were done on the last live stream. So I thought it'd be fun to put these together and maybe like send them off with some other papers and let whoever receives them decorate them themselves, because that's always fun. So there's all different ones. Now these covers, these are fun. I can't remember if I did these papers on a live stream or not, but there's a lot of sponging and stuff on them with the paint. So paint through stencil with the sponge. And there's two versions of that. Where's the other one? Oh, here's the other cover. Here's one more. So here's the other version. Again, on Richardson paper. So, yeah, and I'm still working on the Happy Mail. I got a bunch ready to go. So hopefully this week I can get out to the post office here in town and send out some Happy Mail to folks. And there'll be 2 rounds because there's a lot of people I want to send stuff to. And then earlier today, before I got on the live, I was taking some pages. I cut some more pages up to make more because I have a couple of more covers. And so I was gluing down tissue on the blank side of the gel prints. So this will be still a little bit wet, but folded so you can see. So that'll be a page inside. That one. That one. I've been busy. You don't see me a lot, but I have been busy. You know what they say, devils, the idle hands and all that business. Although not much around here to really get into too much trouble. So, yeah, so I've got a bunch that I did earlier today. So I'm going to set these aside. And you saw, if you just joined me, this is what I was showing you at the beginning. Just square gel prints to make a cool, just a simple collage. I think it's fun. I've seen different people do these. I figured I'd give it a go. This is actually, look, Darcy. Remember we bought this together? When I had lunch with Darcy, we went to Michael's, and this is one of the things I picked up. Just a white mixed media paper. It's the other book I have. I thought I had more pages, but I used a lot of them. I'm going to set this to the side. And we're going to do, hi, Lucy. Oh, awesome. Say hi to the grandkids. Hi, Carla. Here, you can look at that for a moment. Oh, apologies if you hear any bad words. I got people who live here like to talk outside the window really loud, and it's actually a really nice day. It's 63 degrees, so I got the windows open. So it's awesome. Okay, I need to get a bunch of the stuff out of the way. Oh, this is what I put my glue in when I glue. And I am almost out of glue. This thing's almost empty. Got it standing upside down. Trying to get the rest of it out. Don't worry, I've got more coming, hopefully. We'll see how that goes. Oh, the other thing I wanted to show you that I've been working on. Something fell. Made a couple of new boxes. Here's one I want to show you because it's got Darcy's flowers on it. Thank you, Linda. Warmer where you are than from. Oh, really? Well, we are a couple hours earlier too. It was only in the 40s when I got up this morning. This is. I had already been using the box, but I hadn't decorated it yet. So let's see. I even did inside. But yeah, I thought that was cute. And then I have ah, there. And these two are they need more gesso, but they have been covered with uh what do you call that stuff? The packaging paper, like glued on pieces. That's another reason I'm almost out of glue. Um, so those are ready to get finished. Then I made this one. And this one is fun. This is like I don't do them like Carrie because Carrie is like very meticulous and everything is, if everything goes right. I don't work that way. I'm much more like I like how it looks, so I'm just gonna paint it down. Actually, no, I still have some glue stick left, believe it or not. Um, it's the Elmers that I'm going through, but that stuff is actually one of the mediums that is still reasonably priced. So I get one of these for like $8, which is pretty good. And it works great. And that's what I use to glue these. I don't use gel medium on these boxes because it's just storage boxes. I'm not going to waste my gel medium on these. Um, if anything, I might go over it with some, what do you call that stuff? The Mod Podge. But it's really not necessary. But I love that. That's the side of the box. Just the other side. Nice and shiny goodness. Yeah, so. And obviously the bottom doesn't have to match because it's going to be covered with stuff. So this will have probably gel prints or something in it. But it's got some of that packaging paper. There's actually paper that came with Karen's Happy Mail. So I got that. And yes, I'm going to turn that box you sent me, Karen, into something beautiful. So that'll be a weekend project for me. Is there another box? Yeah, I think that was it. All right, so I did say I wanted to do a long haul. All right, where are you? Carla said, I saw that comment, Carla. I did see that. You mentioned that yesterday in PMR Studio live stream. The Yes Glue. The Yes Glue, is that collage medium? Hi, Martha. Burst the top. Glue stick in a tub using the see how it holds up. Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. Oh, yeah. Gotta be careful with those things. I did print out stuff for the color combo, but I don't think I'm going to do that today. Let's move things. Careful, I'll cut you. Now I do need to pick out. Hello, Paula. Miss Paula King. So I got to find a stencil here to do a long haul with. If something grabs your eye, please shout it out in the chat and let me know what you think. It's like cut off some small bits. They're not that good, Carla. I have some Aleene's glue sticks. They're not that good. But I mean, I guess it depends on what you're using it for. But if you need something to really like stick, I don't think that's gonna satisfy you. I've done a long haul with that one. This is one of mine, but I want to do a long haul with that one. Dots is that one. I've done one with this, the squiggles and squares. I've done one with this. This is wrought iron. X's. I do one with the crescents. Sweet crescents. Now, the reason I'm skipping some of these is because they're like, for me to do a long haul, I like it to have, if not, larger apertures mixed in with the smaller ones. I don't like it when it has too many small ones. The stencil gets too clogged too quickly. And then that's for Halloween. It's Rhonda's web. No, yeah, they're not expensive. That's the thing, Carla, but they're just not that good. I've done a long haul with that one. This is one I made for myself. That's not a real, like, it doesn't. Oh, awesome, Graham. Yeah, that's something I made for myself. Some flowers. You'd think I had, like, I don't know, Eddie, you are a silly goose. This is that one I showed you the photo or had the print of. Could do a long haul with that one. Let's see here. This one too. This one's by Yolande. That'd be a fun one to do a long haul with. Right. It doesn't count. That's possible. Do tulips, 'tis the season. But I think there's not like it's too big. This one, Karen, you like this one? Okay, so let's see what else I've got here. See some of these I've used recently. There's this one here. And I've done long hauls with most of these, or at least semi hauls. We could do the arches. Or you got daffodils. Yes. I love the daffodils this time of year. Very pretty. There's Caleb. All right, so let me go ahead. I'll go do this one. I got the most excitement in the chat for this one, so we'll do that. It's by Yolande or Devon Rex for art. This is not the stencil, but this is her info. Devin Rex for art. Devin Rex 4 on YouTube. All right, so that's ready. Or chosen. These. My eldest decided daffodils are his favorite flower. I think they are a wonderful, wonderful flower. It's a good choice. This we don't need. You see, I've used this to sponge. All right, there we go. The paper, I need some just regular. There's my hammer mill. Here's sprayer off onto that. Crocuses come up this time of year, don't they? Or they start coming up? Oh, this is that Richardson printmaking paper I was talking about earlier. It's kind of like a cardstock. It's 88 pound, 9 by 12. Jack Richardson. See there. And company. And it's not a very expensive paper, but it's a good one. And you get a piece of chipboard with it too. Bonus. Crocuses are usually the first. Yeah, I like the crocuses. I like some of my favorite are morning glories, and there's another one I used to grow a lot. And I can never remember the name, but you they're kind of viney, but when they bloom in the evening and they put out a fragrance, like a really delicate, soft, sweet fragrance, and they're amazing. And I cannot for the life of me remember their names. If somebody remembers, let me know. I do have some tissue cut up already. Yeah, baby. Whoa, shaking that butt. And just in case, some butcher paper, not butcher paper, deli paper. Since Miss Karen was kind enough to send me this bottle of not sweet pea. I do love me a sweet pea, but not the sweet pea. These open like, yeah, as the sun's like right before the sun goes down, they start to open and then they release the set. I'll think of the name like an hour later. 4 o'clocks. Oh, maybe that could be one of their names. I think they have a couple of names. I think you're right, Carla. Hello, Kathy. So Karen sent me this violet oxide. We'll try that for sure. Apologies, got a little burpees there. Okay, I don't know if you guys have ever had this, but this is so good. I've been addicted to this top ramen in the thing. Maybe is it 5 o'clocks, 5 o'clocks, 4 o'clocks? I don't know. These are so good. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 o'clock rock. However that goes. But yeah, and actually it has similar smell to this candle here, which is called Starlight Skies. This has jasmine and sandalwood. Jasmine is another one of my favorites that I love. Oh, Karen also sent me these two colors here. This is ultramarine light, very interesting color. And then this one is a yellowish green light. That's the name, yellowish green light. I get right, Carla. Depends on your time zone. Okay, so got my Baron here. do that. I've been gel printing a little bit, guys. So, I'm a little out of sorts. But we're gonna get going here and do some printies. What do I got that I can throw down here? We'll start with some blue. This is phthalo. Phthalo blue and should be good. That might not be enough. Let me add some of this dioxazine purple. Night blooming jasmine's amazing. When I went to my friend's place in San Francisco, they had a little backyard garden area with jasmine. Oh my God, best. We'll do the first one here with some of this hammer mail. This is the hammer mill 28-pound color copy paper. And not going to leave it down for too long because it's thick. Already wants to stick over here. So we gotta get it up. All right. Ooh, that's intense. That is intense. So this is just medical exam tissue paper. My paper towel. I got a flower and plum that looked and oh, that sounds lovely. Is that like a flower, like a plant flower, or like a tree, or not a tree yet? I have questions, Carla. I'm sure you'll tell me. Hello, Tracy Griffin. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Yes, this is a stencil by Yolanda Alexander over at pmartiststudio.com. She has several. So let's try this. This Karen sent ultramarine light. The Amsterdam. Let's see how this looks. So if you are watching and you don't know what a long haul is, never heard of it, then what are you talking about, dude? Well, over at PMR Studio, they started this thing where you put your stencil down and you leave it down, and then you just apply paint, pull a print, apply paint, pull another print, and you keep going and going and going and going and going until you can't go no more. And you created some wonderful prints. You build up great layers of paint on the stencil. And with this Yupo stencils, they like to give back. So they'll start giving back depending on the paint that you use. That is a really pretty color. That's delicate. Wonderful. I love that. Oh, that sounds nice, Carla. Reddish purple leaves, ornamental tree. Oh, that's so nice. Love it. Nothing like that here. Like they had when they first bought this house, my nephew, he had uh the summer flower. I can't ever remember the name. Anyway, they kind of look tropical, but they're not. Um uh and they just tore them all down. There's nothing now, no tree, nothing, no flowers. Just boring. Then they painted the house gray and black. Like, ugh. Yeah, I live in an ugly house. For me, it's ugly. This millennial gray has gotten out of hand. Tell you what. Oh, color. That's what I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing is picking out a color. Cannas? Oh, no. I'll think of it later. No, I will. Let's go to some. This is aqua. Teal green to me. And normally what I would do is I would alternate between like fluid acrylics and all that stuff and then regular acrylic. Because that helps to build good layers um, and avoid clogging. So after this one, I'll use a fluid acrylic so you can see what it does. Like I said, the windows are open, so I've got a breeze going, and so my paint's going to dry faster than normal. So sometimes you'll see me going a little bit faster than normal. Now, once you start layering up the paint on these Yupo stencils, you have less of a chance of it sticking to your paper. Like see here, we got more paint with this one. I can get a little bit on that white edge too. Come on. Some here. Some of that. Nice. Very beautiful color. I've got a kitty underfoot. I just fed you, little girl. I don't know where you put it all. No. Nope, 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 not right now. I have company. Don't be rude. Let's use this. Aha. Blick, fluid acrylic, gold green. I'm trying to get into all the nooks and crannies as best I can. And back to explaining the long haul is when I'm finally done and I pull the stencil up, what's going to be left behind is an outline of the design that's got some really cool stuff and layers, and you see all sorts of beautiful things going on. And then we'll pull that with the color onto just like a regular paper usually, and that will be the final print. Now the kitty doesn't want to say hello. The kitty wants to eat. She is over back by her bowl, pawing at it like, feed me, feed me. now. Look at, you can see. You see how the stencil, like how more defined the edges of the design are? It's because the stencil's given back. YouTube. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Oh, Renee, wasn't that a good one? Yeah, P was on fire that day doing her long haul. So, there. Okay. All right, got some stuff left over in there, but I'm just going to go ahead and continue with some paints. Make sure it's closed. Get out of the way there. Oh, you're getting caught up on stuff over here. Excuse me, I'm trying to get my little lazy Susan from sticking to everything. All right, let's go with some yellow. This is just a primary yellow. I know, Tracy. Yeah, it's so addictive, but it's a good addiction, I think. If you go back to the beginning of the video, to the live stream, Tracy, I was showing some books I made. I've been making with gel prints on regular paper and on tissue. I have covered boxes that I use for storage. Like this tiny one, this is gel prints. Aw, that's awesome, Renee. Very cool. I don't want to leave this on too long. I do, you know, that's the other thing with gel printing is timing is quite important. And little help here. Go. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look at that. Okay, take care, Carla. Tell your bestie, is it Laura? Tell her I said hello, hello. Let's get the rest of this up with some of this medical exam paper. Well, hello, Paula with the sound. How are you? This was a surprise live stream. So I didn't tell. So you didn't know in advance. When the dog's away, the cat's gonna play. All right, see how it's the stencil is releasing some of the colors we've already used. I love that. I really, really do. Look at that goodness. Oh, Karen, I'm going to tell you. So he came into the house the other day when I was listening to your live stream. I believe it was Monday, and you were talking. Oh, what was that part you were talking about? Oh, is you know forgiving, stop being so angry. All that stuff. You were talking about that made so much sense, and I sit and I listen to it, and it's like it feeds my soul. It makes me think. It makes me happy, and I think some of it touched him in a new way because he usually would turn his own TV on. If I'm listening to something, he'll just be a jerk and turn his TV on, and then I have to put my headphones on, whatever. Anyway, but he listened to what you were saying, and then at some point he got up and he left. But I think you got through to him a little bit maybe. Okay, we're gonna switch gears here. We're gonna grunge it up. We're gonna go with this violet oxide that my friend Karen here sent me. I've been teasing it stream. I think, yeah. And Karen, you wouldn't know Monday was rough for you. You handle yourself very well. And one I could, just as I don't know you that well, but from what I've learned about you, you are certainly somebody who has um been made to deal with a lot of um messed up stuff in your life, as a lot of people have. Um, but you've been able to learn and grow from it, and you handle yourself in such a way where it's impressive. It really is. You And it's not like that you pretend, something's not happening, or you try to pretend everything is good. You're just like you there's ways of handling these things without having, a nervous breakdown and all that. Hi, Mariah. How are you? Yes, I'm in. Paula's taking me to bed. We're doing a bit of a long haul. The beginning of the stream, I showed some arty books I made inspired by Queen P over there at the PM Artist. Get that out of the way. Paper, Eddie, paper. Before it dries. I'm glad they do, Karen. I'm glad they do. Look at that color. When I'm singing to my print, it's good. Look at that. Ooh, that's so pretty. Isn't that a great color? So good. Let's see if I can get some on the edge here. Get that line covered up. Okay. Okay, Carla. Shut the front door. That's a good one, isn't it, Paula? So it's time for some shiny. I got to get rid of this bronze here, so I'm gonna do a little bit of missionary work here on this bottle, trying to get most of this down, and then I'm gonna cut it open and use the rest of it. Some bits in here that have like dried up bits. Get those out of there. I said missionary work, not position. Hi, Penka. How are you? How are you? Don't forget to hit that like button, y'all. Much appreciated. Yeah, that's all dried up there. So, I like this color because it's not like, see, it's not super thick, not super opaque. It's nice. All right, you can go into the garbage. I need a manicure. Something there. Okay. It's out of the way, out of the way. Paper. Oh no, Paula. Yeah, you missed out a lot, huh? Missed out a lot of arting time. Soon enough, you'll be back in the saddle and creating some beautiful stuff. Sure. Especially now, you're gonna have a lot more room. Got more room to dance in. Bronze. That's bronze. All right, that's very, very wet. Paula and I sometimes engage in what we call the kitchen disco, where we listen to thumping, bumping tracks and dance and get silly and give the neighbors something to look at. Let's give them something to talk about. Ooh, I love that. Oh, see, oh, you got 3 times the space. That's gonna be great, especially when the warm weather hits, Paula. It's gonna be out of control over there at your pad. All right, I think we need to take this to the blues. And actually, I'm going to use turquoise phthalo. That's what I'm going to use. All right, Katie, give me a moment. Let me do these, and then I will feed you. You don't know. She's like in between my legs, rubbing and hitting her head against my leg. You think I starve them, and I really don't. down, get the edges better. Ooh, 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 child. Now this is a print. Yes, Mariah, absolutely. Oh, look at that. All right, I'm gonna let you gander at that for a few moments while I feed this little fur baby. Okay, she's fed. Isn't that purdy? Love it. All right, so that was the flow. What I think. Where are we? Let's do a little shiny, a little more shiny here. This is some iridescent blue green. Excuse me. Get in there. All right. So I think for this one, I'm going to use the tissue. Hi, Heather. Um, let's see. I buy my paint in a different places. It all depends. I look for sales, so I've purchased paints on Amazon, Dick Blick, Jerry's Artorama. I've purchased it from Michael, and I've received some as gifts. So I hope that answers your questions. But honestly, and I use all different sorts, different kinds of paints. I use, like these hippie crafters paints. These are this top-notch crafty paint. I also use like the Deco Art stuff, the Golden Amsterdam liquid, all kinds. Whatever floats me boat and whatever's on sale. Look at that shiny business. This would be good on a box. I'm thinking on a box. All right, so I'm gonna get some. So let me go with that. I'm gonna go dark. I'm gonna hit this with some Payne's Gray. Do I have a wish list? I don't have a wish list like a technical one, like on a site or anything. Kind of just kind of buy as I need. That was the Liquitex Payne's Gray. And it mixes lovely. That shiny blue. Oh, that mark there, that's a gouge I accidentally made, or some, I don't know. I did something weird on my brayer when I was cleaning it one day. Let's take a peek over here. Good, 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 good. Ooh, grungy industrial sort of vibes. Oh, look at that. Love it. I'm having fun. Still got a lot of that blue and that shiny on there. Uh, let's see here. You know what? Let's go with some. Let's go light. I'm going to use some of this parchment here. Let's see how much of this we can get up. All right, then. Hi, Rosemary. How are ya? Oh, look at that. Beautiful is that color. Oh, that is so good. I'm running out of space. I'm just going to just put them on the floor. All right, let me use a piece of this medical exam paper to get as much of this up as I can. Now, you may be wondering, oh, how does he know what colors put together? Half the time I do, half the time I don't. But when I do, it's because of the color wheel and kind of understanding what colors work with what, and also having an idea of, what may happen if I put certain colors together. Um, but other times it's experimenting and getting you know interesting results. I may not like all of them, but it's a good way to learn um, just how different colors and work together. Goody, goody. Uh, Let's go back to, I wanna, oh, yeah, okay. No, let's do some more of this. This is the violet oxide. Get a different Sheet here. I have a feeling these two, this color with what was already done on the stencil is going to make something really cool looking. Hi, Glenda. Oh, Mariah, would you be so kind as to drop the link to my Ko-Fi page? I believe it is in the description box to the video, or one of my, I know my videos usually have it. This video, not yet. That would be super fragilistic fantastic if you could do that. Hi, Susie. How are ya? Happy to see you here. I'm so glad you guys showed up. If you're watching in replay, welcome. Thanks for watching. And you're about to see my paper stick. No, 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 it's pulling. It's working. Look at that. That's, oh my God, that's so good. And it's still giving shine from that iridescent. Isn't that good? Just sit here and admire that for a second, why don't you? Well, if I don't toot it, no one else is gonna toot it. So toot toot. That's my horn. Um, all right, what else we got here? Let's go with some purple. No, no. I don't want that right now. Oh, let's try some of this. This is permanent magenta, Winsor Newton. Windsor and Newton. Okay. Now, are you a teacher, Susie, or are you a student? Thanks, Mariah. They are on that. I do have that link on all my videos and lives. For this one, I haven't added anything yet because it was just like very last minute. But I do have that. Oh, nice, Glenda. What kind of vintage book was it? Like like a some sort of novel, or what kind of book? And how old is it? I like to know that too. It is pretty color. Very nice. Instructional assistant at home. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, my mom was a teacher pretty much all of my life. She was a teacher in Boston, uh, from kindergarten to elementary. That's fantastic. English. Oh, Glenda says her book was English, Good English, third grade from 1917. That's so cool. Old school books are fun to use. Gonna see here. I think we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and keep adding some paints. I think here's when I want to add some more of this ultramarine light from Amsterdam. Look at that pretty shade. Look at the color. I may have to get that one in a large version, that ultramarine light, because that is a nice mixing color. Let's see what I've got here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Ooh. Goodness, look at that. It's just like right in there. It looks so good. Mm. Oh, catch my breath there. That was good. All right, let's continue. This is too much fun. Awesome, Susie. Yes, I love teachers, any kind of teacher. All right, let me spin the wheel here. What do I got? What do I got? Let's go with some indigo. Get in there. I'm kind of bummed because Lucas Krill, I had an indigo from them that was definitely deeper than this color of indigo, and it was more of an indigo. This is kind of like a darker ultramarine blue. I don't know. Not happy with this version of it, but I don't know. They must have changed their formulation. I had the same complaint about their alizarin crimson. The first alizarin crimson I bought from them was darker, was rich. And then the newer one was brighter, but it's still nice. I prefer the darker, richer one. Right? Yeah, Sherry, more cobalt. That's the color. or don't stick. Come on. I'm using this to make sure the stencil doesn't pop up, because that can cause a couple things. It can cause the stencil to break, but it can also cause the paint to go under. But yeah, I mean, this does look like denim jeans almost, kind of. I didn't ask him about the change, Walter. I just, I'm not that kind of person. I'm just kind of like, okay, well, we'll try something else. Some call it lazy, some call it indifference. I don't know. Hi, Dorothy. How are ya? Yeah, it could be that, Mariah. Supply chain issues. Because I did get new ones. The new ones. After those nasty tariffs went into effect. So it could be that. Um, I don't know. To getting all this extra paint off of here. Look at that. All the different colors. I'm gonna go take a break. There we go. Let me go. There we go. Well, kids are getting home from school. You can hear them outside. All right. Let's get to Azo Gold. Yeah, sorry about all the noise outside. It's I live on a road. Like literally I walk out the door and the street's right there. Although there's no howling dogs today. They've been nice and quiet. There are a couple of pit bulls upstairs, and they like to howl in unison. Oops. Come on. Shit. Here. It's going to be a nice little pickup sheet. Yeah, moving right along, getting things done. All right. Oh my God. Mariah, if you're still listening and you're near P, she might want to look at this print. So I think this one is going to be right up her alley. Oh, look at that. So good. It's so good. I'll leave that there for a second in case Piesta is running over. Don't want her to trip. All right, I gotta move this out of the way. It's so good, isn't it? Oof. I think I can get another one. Let's try another one. Same thing. Nickel Azo Gold. Or Azo Gold. Sorry. Oh, I think my nephew's bus is here. He doesn't always come in afterwards. Usually he goes He has to go upstairs and do his homework before he does anything else, which definitely very important. That's what I had to do. Come home from school, do your homework, then you can go out to play. All right, let's see if we've duplicated. Oh, I think we did. Look at this. Oh, wow. Matching. They're matching. Look at that. This does not happen all the time when you're gel printing. This is rare, very rare. But look at that. It's so good. These are awesome. You have to be tired because I need a fresh one. You're wet. Get that. So good. It's got a texture to it for sure because of the paint that was pulled up from the stencil. And like in here, that's like nice. It's got nice texture. I'm not gonna rub on it too much because it's still wet. Now I'm gonna do one of these with transparent red iron oxide. Change it up just a little bit. This is getting sticky, so I don't want to leave this down for too long. Okay. Thanks, Mariah. You're the best. Hi, Yolande. Do you recognize this awesome design? In triplicate. Almost exactly the same. So the designer of this fabulous stencil is Devin Rex 4, who's here in the chat. Look at that. Oh my God. Look how fabulous that is. Oh, so good. Okay. We'll move on to another color. I'm sure I could create a couple of more, but let's get another color going. Off my brayer. Thank you. Da, 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 da. Let's get some gold. This is Liquitex yellow gold or metallic yellow gold. And remember, they have a couple of different golds. So they have this metallic yellow gold, which is their newer one. Then they have a regular gold. Keep that in mind. Well, hello, Julie Parker. How are you? Ooh, where are the doggies? They're excited because my nephew's home. Who's off the walls? I missed something here. Off the wall artist designs. How are you? Welcome. This design and others, including designs by myself, are available at pmartiststudio.com. Fabulous website with now a new a new artist section, and you can see the beautiful faces of all of our designers, including me. Let's see my Punham over there on the PM Artist website. They did a fantastic job. It's got a little bio on everybody. I like gold. Hi, Mary Brown. Hi, Lynn. Wait. Did I see your Espanol? Hola, muchas bueno papel pintura. Muchas gracias, Patricia. Oh, look at that. Esto se llama oro. El oro en el papel. The gold on the paper. Hi, April. How are you? So these were the ones that I did pee that I wanted you to see, because I know these were like, these are definitely up your alley. Look at that. Oh, I love them so much. I made 3. Hi, Caroline. How are you? Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, they are. All right. So let's get in here with some of this blue. Another one of my favorites is a light blue permanent. I know Miss Karen here, she loves her light blue permanent tambien as well. So I like this combo because it creates a nice like patina green. Yeah. I'm gonna keep going until 4 o'clock, because then I'm gonna go watch my friend Miss Karen on her channel, Slap and Paint on Paper, creating joy. Because I need my Karen fix. She makes me feel good. And she's very, very inspirational. Oh, thanks, Karen. That's the one thing I adore about this community, is that everybody I've met has added a wonderfulness to my life that you'll never understand, but you have. And I appreciate that so much, so much so. And everybody's different in their way, in their style, in their approach. Um, but everybody is like has a big heart, which I love. It's what's lacking in a lot of things these days. But I know that I can hang out with y'all and whatever is bothering me is going to just disappear. You know, Julie, I am trying to be sincere here, and you're talking about toilets, girl. Doing it to me. Julie says, I am looking forward to our own bed, our recliners, our own bathroom. The toilet here is a children's toilet. So low down downtown. Oh, Julie. I hope you had fun at least. Although they say it's better uh for extraction, let's say, when you're squatting mm, over the thing, over the bowl, when you're doing your business. Okay. What was that? That was Payne's Gray. Apologies if I didn't say that. Squatty potty, yes. Julie. Okay. Oh, that's awesome, Julie. It's nice you got to get away for a while. All right. Are you seeing that stencil? Are you seeing what's going on? Hi, Shauna. It looks like rusted metal. And I think that's where we're going to leave it because that's just look at that. It's like hammered metal. All right. Sorry, guys, but this one is going to stay that way, and I'm going to pull it. Hi, Carrie. Carrie Barnaba. All right. So when I say long haul, this is what I mean. It leaves back all this wonderful goodness. Now, this has some wonderful goodness on it too. So I'm going to just slap it down on a piece of paper here. Let's set that to the side. Um, Here we go. Let's see if I can get some of this up on paper. Love you like a long haul. Let's see. Some of that off of the back. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna set this over here to dry. And let's bring back some of the prints that I've done. So that was the second to last one. Oh, that's awesome, Julie. Great deal. Pray tell, what is Vinnie's? Is that like an art supply store? You got to tell us these things because us Americans don't know what you're talking about. Go. Some more of this. More of that because I love it. Here's that really awesome grayish blue. Kind of put the green in it too. Yellow. Bronze. Now I have my other bronze here. Oh, this one's good too. The iridescent blue green. Oh, that's awesome. St. Vincent's de Paul. St. Vincent de Paul's. Oh, that's wonderful. No, your money's going to a good cause then. That's good. I really like this one too. This was those like purple and stuff left on the plate, and then I pulled it. I did a print with this stuff here. This is Ultramarine Light from Amsterdam. Here's one with the turquoise phthalo. This is with the violet oxide. Green, yellow. We've got here, this was the aqua. Now, some of these are just, more solidly colored. And you're going to get those during long hauls. But that's your bridge that you're building to get to these more fun, interesting, prints like these and this one and even this one here, because you can see it already started to pull stuff off the stencil. Here's we started off with this with the blue, and there's some more. It's got some magenta. I am using the Hammermill 28-pound paper, and the tissue I'm using is the medical exam paper. This was a good one too. It's also done with the violet oxide. Very metallic-y. This was with the gold green fluid acrylic. This one from Blick. Got a great array of colors here, that's for sure. These blues. This one was good too. This one's still got some of that iridescent blue green sheen to it, and I like it because the other color I used, this color, I believe one of these colors. No, this is the one where I used the parchment, and it had some like the bluish gray on it already on the plate, and then I added the parchment. It gave us this really cool color, and I think that's it. Did I get them all? Yeah. So, not like tons of papers, but I got some really nice ones, some really cool tissue, and of course, you know which one's my favorite. That one. Oh, guys, thanks so much for joining me today. It wasn't a super long session, but it was fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now I'm going to clean up my mess. Yeah, it is. Utah. Hi, how are you? Yes, mostly it is see-through. It's just it tears easily, so you got to be careful when you're going over it with your media. All right. So thank you guys. Love ya like a long haul. Big hugs. Smile at a stranger. Be good to yourself. And I'll see you over in Karen's live stream at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central. Don't forget the thumbs up. Bye, everybody.